What's going on, y'all? Today we're going to look at foot placement. Foot placement is one of the most important tools you have in boxing. If used correctly, proper foot placement could get you into strike range and out of danger without taking any unnecessary punishment. See, in boxing, the chess matches the feet, not the hands. With proper foot placement, you control the angles, which in turn could control the punches your opponent could throw at you. Proper foot placement is important on offense and defense and sometimes overlooked by trainers. Having the wrong foot placement could cause you to take unnecessary punishment, which could lead to injuries and long-term health problems for real. Now let's look at good foot placement. With good foot placement, your heel should be lined up under your shoulders, not too close and not too far apart. Do not have your feet on the same line and do not be squared up. If you follow these rules, you will have good foot placement. Let's look at a young man who have good foot placement. As you can see, his heels is lined up under his shoulders. They not too close. They not too far apart. Look at Anthony Joshua. He's stepping into a punch, but he have good foot placement. His heels is lined up under his shoulders, except his front where he's stepping in. Now let's look at some bad foot placement. Okay, too wide. When you are in this stance, you bring your power hand further away from your target. When you throw your rear hand in this stance, you reduce the effectiveness of your power. And majority of the times, you most likely is off balance if you're too wide trying to throw a power shot. Okay? Let's look at that young man again. He's standing in a stance where his feet is too wide. As you can see, his heels is on the outside of his shoulders. And he's in the wrong zone. He's in the 4 zone. Most of the time, that's where you will be if your feet is too far apart. Now, we also going to look at a picture of Mayweather and Pacquiao. Now, there are times that your feet is going to be far apart. Like Mayweather is stepping into the punch. So as you can see, his feet is too far apart. But right now, while you're trying to learn the basics, you do not want to learn with a wide stance. And I don't know what the hell happening with Pacquiao feet. That is totally wrong. Now, let's look at another wrong stance. Okay, too forward. In this stance, you take away the power from your rear hand. In this stance, you limit your mobility. Now, what I mean by take away the power, your rear foot, when you throw in your power shot, you turn your hip and you pivot that foot and actually dig it into that floor so that you can gain your power. Now, if your foot is already turned forward, you don't have no place to turn it to get that power. So you take away your power in the stance. Let's look at that young man again. And as you can see, he's in a stance where his rear foot is too forward. So he can't even turn that hip and that foot into his power because he already got it forward. And then on top of that, he's too squared up. His body too squared up because of that foot being too far forward. Okay, y'all starting to get this? Now, this is important. You have to learn these stances. And if you learn the right way and also can identify the wrong way, you'll see when your opponent making a mistake. Now, the next stance to look at that's wrong is too squared up. When your center is too exposed to the point where your belly button is facing your opponent, you are squared up. Now, your belly button should be pointed the same way as your rear foot. And it should not be facing forward because that make you a big target. Now, let's look at that young man again. He's going to be standing in a squared up position. And you'll see exactly what I mean by you becoming a wider target. Now, as you can see, he's squared up. Both of his feet is facing the same direction. His belly button is facing his opponent. Everything is there, and that is wrong. Now, let's look at Ali. He's on the ropes right here, but he's squared up. He's too squared up. You take unnecessary punishment, and truthfully, Frazier is squared up right there, throwing that punch. That is not the correct way to be in a stance. Now, we're going to look at this fight with Errol Spence. Now, the reason I picked Errol Spence, for the majority of the time, he do have good foot placement. He's very basic, and majority of times he stick to the basics, and that's why he's so good. But we really looking at his opponent, and we looking at his foot positioning. As you can see, at times he's too wide. He's going to be squared up. I don't know if they even told him about foot positioning. Now, while we watching this, let's see what's happening with the feet. See if y'all could identify. Look how wide his stance is in the green. How can he expect to have any power being this wide? You see? Look, and it's like he's overreaching for his punches because it's the wrong stance. This is completely too wide. So I don't know who taught him that, but it was wrong. If you go to a gym and somebody teaching you how your feet that wide, you need to leave that damn gym. I'm keeping it real with you. Okay? Now let's finish watching what we watching. Look at Errol Spence. Look at his feet. Very basic. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, in this part of the video, you're going to see when this guy's getting squared up. Now, in the first part that we watched of Errol Spence's opponent, he was too wide. Now, he's going to be too squared up. I don't know if they told him to make the adjustment from wide to squared, but they sure didn't teach him the correct way, the correct foot positioning. Now, look. Look where he at. He on the ropes, and he squared up. Like, who would teach their person this? And he's saying, come on, like he's doing it right. Never make these mistakes. These could be costly mistakes, and it could cost you your life in there. Okay? So let's keep watching this guy play around and shit, and let's see what's going to happen. Good foot positioning still with Errol Spencer. Even while he's inside fighting, he have his foot positioning, which allow him to turn on his power shots. He is able to turn his rear foot and his hip into the power because his feet is correct. Okay? Stay with me. I know this is a little long and boring at times, but you'll understand in the end. Okay, he threw his little shots there. Now he went back to his wide stance. Okay. So he had his little good couple of seconds. Now that body shot. I don't know what he's doing with his feet, how he's moving, what's happening here. He's against the ropes again, squared up. Looking all sloppy. Never sit on the ropes like this. I mean, what is he on the ropes that long for? I mean, he's asking to get punished. And then the wrong foot positioning. And it's going to cause him to get hurt in there. Y'all still watching it? Spence still got his foot positioning, even in close. He got the right foot positioning. As you can see that when his... Oh, my goodness. See, this damn dude, I done missed the thing talking to y'all. But y'all understand what I'm saying. He had the wrong foot positioning. Y'all can rewind it and see what shot he got caught with, but it was the total wrong foot positioning. Okay? Now, look. More shots gonna come. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see if he's squared up or long. I don't know what this guy doing. I don't know who taught him to fight like this. Now his foot is facing forward. Now he put it back. It's still not under his shoulder. That body shot hurt, man. It's serious. Now, y'all have to practice these foot positionings. I know y'all probably watching this video and like, yo, he didn't teach us really nothing. No, I taught y'all the correct foot positionings. Y'all need to practice the good foot positionings. And y'all got to look at people in the gym around y'all. See who got wrong foot positionings. And then the next video is going to teach y'all exercises and movements and things to work on your foot positioning. But first you had to learn where your feet's supposed to be before we could get you moving. Because if we get you moving and your feet ain't correct, you're just going to build on messed up stuff. All right? Thank you for tuning in. Watch the next one. We're going to give y'all some exercises and some foot positioning workouts. All right? Bye-bye.